people gather round. Let's see who can win the crown. All the marbles involved, football, baseball, or golf. Who's dominating the hoops? Who's talking false or the truth? Yeah, come and show me your war face. I'll show you my war face. No holds barred, so for your sake, you better show up in good shape. Valuable information is key to your domination. So focus on preparation, online is your reputation. Yeah, it's one-on-one, you and me, ain't no fear in me, you will see. When it comes to this, you be wearing the number 23. In debate, I hold my weight, cause these sports I'm attached to it. Your legacy, get ready, cause I'm gonna set a match to it. Hey, burn 'em, fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 legacy on fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 legacy on fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 legacy on fire.
This week's panel, Jay Quimby, co-host of the LegacyMaker Sports Podcast. Robb Johnson of the No BS Sports Zone. And James Brown, LegacyMaker Sports Network team member and beat reporter.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's episode 5 of Legacy on Fire here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, host here of the Legacy on Fire, and we are back in the fire pit. That's right. We're in the fire pit. And with me today, 3 of my top guys here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. And first, let me introduce to you, he is the co-founder of the LegacyMaker Sports Network and the co-host of the LegacyMaker Sports Podcast, Mr. Jeremiah Quimby. What's up, Jay?
The fucking fire pit.
It's the fire pit. I mean, I don't see what's the problem.
Not much. Another week. Just been blessed. And, you know, as James says, dodging the Rona.
Next, we have our man who is the co-host of In or Out here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Also, he is the man behind the No BS Sports Zone podcast. I mean, this man's got a plethora of different visions going on. He is the man of Robb Johnson Media, Mr. Robb Johnson. What's up, Robb?
Lots and lots of water, baby. Stay hydrated. H2O.
Oh,
Mama
man,
says, hey, Mama says stay hydrated, baby.
Mama says, stay hydrated. And then, of course, new to the stage here, this is James's first time, but our man James Brown, he does everything from the Coaching Takes series, and he is our beat reporter for multiple teams here on the network. James, how you doing, my man?
Doing good. Jay always said, dodging the Rona, keeping it COVID. You know, we good. We good.
Trying to keep it COVID free. All
Baby
right.
excited.
Now, of course, here on Legacy on Fire, this is how it works. We're going to have 3 rounds. Each of our panelists getting 1 minute to debate the issue at hand. And then after that, they're going to get 30 seconds to fire back at their fellow panelists after what they said, if they have anything to rebuttal anything that their fellow panelists had to say. And of course, we'll have a bonus segment. And of course, the put out the fire segment at the end where our panelists will get a chance to get something off their chest. All right, let's get this thing started. The first topic today, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is having himself a very interesting year. Not in the interesting year that we had last year. It's been a little bit of a down year for Lamar Jackson, not putting up the same numbers. And this Baltimore Ravens team has struggled this season. So the question at hand in this one, fellas, is Lamar Jackson regressing? Is this the this is the downward spiral for Lamar Jackson? We'll start this one off with Jay. Jay, is Lamar Jackson regressing?
I got to say yes. The NFL's game planning onto his running. If you look at his numbers, just compared rushing, he's got half the total amount of rushing. He's got only 3 touchdowns to 7 compared to last year. And damn, his passing is taking big hit. Because let's see, 36 touchdowns last year to 6 INTs. Right now he's sitting at 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So, and a lot of this is not his fault. It's on his line. He's setting at 34 sacks right now, and he was sacked a total of 34 times all of last year. So you got to give the man time to do business. So
yeah, most definitely. James, what are your thoughts on this?
Lamar Jackson regress. No. Lamar Jackson is not regressing. If anything, defenses are catching up to what the Ravens are doing because Greg Roman is not progressing as the offensive coordinator and as the offensive influence for Lamar Jackson. If you look at the Ravens offense, they've lost their left tackle, the staple of their offensive line. That's going to be difficult to run the ball. The Ravens love to run the football. In the offseason, all they did was add a running back to their offense. They had to reshore the line. Marshall Yonder retired. You lost your center. You have new pieces in there. You got a new offensive line. You got to get that going to get your run game going. The Ravens have never been a strong passing team. Lamar Jackson is throwing to Willie Snead and Hollywood Brown. Both of these guys are under 6 foot. He has nobody on the outside. His tight end target, which is his main weapon across the middle and in the red zone, I'm pretty sure he missed a few games this season, and it's just not there. Lamar Jackson is not regressing. The pieces around him and the offense is not progressing.
All righty, Rob Johnson, thoughts on this? Lamar Jackson?
I want to talk about James. When I'm talking about James Brown, he is absolutely correct. You look at Greg Roman. Look what happened with Colin Kaepernick the year after he had his great year. Colin started going down. You look at Lamar Jackson, 25-7. That means 25 wins and 7 losses. Lamar Jackson is not he's not having an issue with his game. If you look at it, the real issue is Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram last year, 202 carries, 1,018 yards, 10 touchdowns. So far this year, 57 carries for 232 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mark Ingram was the engine behind that Baltimore machine. Every time you talked about Lamar Jackson, what happened with Mark Ingram? He was hyping him up, saying, that's my boy, that's my boy. Ever since that injury, I believe it was in week 16 or 17, the Baltimore Ravens have not been the same. So, no, he is not regressing as a quarterback. It's just that the pieces around him have not been better, including Hollywood Brown, who is better than what he is showing right now.
All right, Rob. Ooh, firing it up early in this one. Jay, this is your chance to fire back.
I can agree a little bit with what they're saying, but okay, the man was the MVP last year. You take and look at Tom Brady around the same time, and I hate Tom Brady. I hope he burns in hell. Y'all know this. But the next man up, he did it. He won with it. Lamar is expected to do the same damn thing. It don't matter. He's got to be able to get it done, and he's not.
All right. James, your chance to fire back.
I mean, he brought up Tom Brady and the pieces around him. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady had more of a stable coaching staff, a more experienced coaching staff, an offensive coordinator who was tried and proven and knew how to create offense when the pieces around Tom Brady fell off. Greg Roman has not proven that he is able to generate offense when the offensive pieces for the Ravens are not at their best.
All right, Rob, your chance to fire back.
Let's keep it real, ladies and gentlemen. Harbaugh was on the fence. Then who came in and saved his butt? Lamar Jackson. Joe Flacco was on the outs. Joe Flacco was on the outs. That team was struggling in Atlanta. He comes in that game against the Falcons, and he saves that team. So don't tell me that he is regressing. 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions last year. There is a problem with the system with the Ravens. You have all these COVID cases. That is called undisciplined football.
All right. So there you go. Fire back. Lamar Jackson. It's just a very strange situation. You hate to see Lamar having the year he's having, but there's a couple of points on both ends. You expect more from the MVP, but also, is there something going on there with that offense? I guess we're going to find out, or with that offense and how that offense is working. I guess we're all going to find out. Now, for all those like, who's that baby in the background? But let's just let y'all know we are zooming here. So that's how that goes. And that's baby Legacy. That's the future down there. So don't y'all pay no attention. There he is. What's up, future Legacy?
He's hiding from the camera right now. But,
he is upset and is not happy about it at that.
No, it looks like he's ready for nap time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the next topic. Now, we go into this one. Now, this one's going to be a little bit up Mr. James's alley here, but we're going to talk about Raheem Morris. The last 6 games, Raheem Morris has 4-6 with the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons are playing better ball than they've played all season long. The defense seems to be a little bit more sparked up. And I guess the question at hand is this, will or should the Atlanta Falcons give Raheem Morris the starting job when this season is over? We're going to start this one with James. What do you think? Should Raheem Morris, if he can continue what he's doing, get the starting job in Atlanta?
It'd be nice. It sounds good. The team's turning around. But no. The Atlanta Falcons need to do their due diligence, scout the team, see what's out there. You need a new GM and a new coach. You still have the same players that played under Morris as defensive coordinator under Dan Quinn. Junk everybody. Clean house, get everybody out. Let's start anew. Because the same guys that are balling out right now had the same opportunity to do something to Dan Quinn, and guess what? They sucked. Yes, Morris is turning around, but is it a long-term answer? No. Hell no. What interim coach has been a long-term answer? Get him out.
All right.
Get him out.
Rob, your shot on this one. What do you think? Raheem Morris, should he get a chance as the Atlanta head coach next season if he can continue to win?
Yeah, I was thinking what you talking about. He's a starting quarterback or something. but check this out. I think right now they're 4-7, right? They lost a lot of games with Dan Quinn early. They should have won, and we don't have to even go over that onside kick. But right now, you look at the Saints, right? They have the Saints, the Chargers, the Bucks, the Chiefs, and the Bucks again in Tampa. How sweet would it be for the Atlanta Falcons to win 5 straight, beat Tampa, get into the playoffs? Right now, Arizona's struggling. So for me, if you are the Atlanta Falcons, you're Raheem Morris, you want to get this done. However, we saw this in Tampa. He went 10-6 in Tampa. Now, if this does not work out for him, I do have a name. And he is the offensive coordinator from the for the Buffalo Bills, named Brian DeBole. Remember that name, Brian DeBole from Buffalo.
All right, Jay, your chance. What are your thoughts here? Should Raheem Morris, and I know, Jay, you're a little bit sensitive on this one, but should Raheem Morris get a chance if he can continue to win Atlanta to be the head coach?
Raheem Morris is one of the best secondary coaches I've ever seen. He grabbed Lamar Jackson in the 3rd round, and he was great until he decided to go off the rest and do all of that crazy shit. So, I mean, he's a great coordinator. He is not a good head coach at all. He really messed up Josh Freeman's delivery after we signed him to that huge contract. So, no, I don't. They need to do the research. They need to bring in a team to reset this franchise, build from the ground up.
All right, James, your chance to fire back.
So Rob said that, wouldn't it be sweet if Atlanta went 5 straight to make the playoffs potentially? Atlanta finds ways to lose games every week that nobody has ever seen before, whether it be from the onside kick nobody wanted to recover, letting Trubisky blow the lead, and then Nick Foles coming back to get it. There's no way this Atlanta Falcon team wins 5 down the stretch. More importantly, why Morris should go. What game has the Raiders are the only team that he's beaten that has a winning record. I mean, the Lions, I think they had a losing record at the time. The Panthers, the Broncos. The one team that he did face with a winning record, the Saints,
James.
we got annihilated.
All right, James. Next time, Rob, your chance to fire back.
All right, listen, I know it's going to be a little controversial, but I know we're living in the woke culture or whatever, but that doesn't matter to me. It's about results. He's 21-33, okay? I don't think that he's a good coach. Like Jay said, he's a great coordinator. They've been playing better, but they need to build from the ground up in Atlanta. Atlanta's too great of a city, too great of a stadium not to be great.
All right, Jay, your chance to fire back.
Yeah, I agree with Rob 100%. Ars Blank is one of those owners that puts everything out there that he's got. He's willing to pay for the players, the talent, to put the butts in the seat. I mean, that is a head coach's dream job right there.
All right, you heard it here. It's going to be interesting for me. I look at this situation and say, I want to see a guy like Raheem Morris thrive, especially after that time in Tampa Bay. He was there just 1 season, right, Jay? He was only there 1 season, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was there 1 season.
Was it 3?
Was he head coach for 3 seasons?
It was 3-13. No, I'm sorry. I think it was 2 because they were 10-6, and I think they were like 4-12 or something like that.
Right. So I mean, you see that happen, and you would like to see him get another chance. It's always nice to see the comeback story. But like James said, like you all guys, like all of you said, you think that it's just time. It was 2 years, so you think it's just time for them to just redo everything, start this thing anew, and go from there. Brand new stadium. You got a chance to bring in some great. Bring in some fans and really turn that thing around. Let's see what they do in the future. Next topic, we head to college football, and we talk the college football playoffs. Now, this season obviously has been a crazy season. It's really hard to tell which way this thing is going to go. We've had games canceled here and games canceled there. So, fellas, the question on the board, or at least what we want to know from you, who should be the top 4 in the playoffs? Who is in the top 4 in the playoffs as we speak right now? Rob Johnson, we're going to start off with you, sir.
Hey, I know some people are not going to like this, and I'm just going to have to go ahead and say it. I think that, first of all, Alabama is the best team in the nation. They have players. They have the quarterback. They've got the coach. They've got everything. Then you got Notre Dame, who went to a tough North Carolina team and beat them on a Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. That's impressive no matter what happened with North Carolina. Then you got Clemson. For me, Clemson is one of those teams where they are so good, and now they have Trevor Lawrence back. I can't include Ohio State yet because I don't feel like the Big Ten played that full season, and they held out. So I still think Ohio State can get in. But for right now, I'm going to have to give it to Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and my 4th best team in the nation, BYU. That team is good. Do not sleep on them just because their name is BYU.
All right, Jay, who should be the 4 in the playoffs?
As much as I want to say, Ohio State, I agree. They've only played 4 games. That they haven't had enough time to get cohesive, nothing like that. So I agree with all 3 that Rob said, except BYU. BYU doesn't play a lot. I mean, they putting up numbers. They're doing work. But I have Florida. Florida is doing amazing things down there. Trask is putting up numbers like you have not seen.
All right, James, who should be that Final 4 in college football?
Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and for the 4, I think it's a toss-up between who finishes the better season. Florida and Ohio State. Ohio State right now is undefeated. They're going strong. Looks like Florida 7-1. Kyle Trask, Heisman hopeful, Heisman favorite. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if Trask does win the Heisman potentially, maybe Florida inks their way in because it's better for story. But that 4th spot is a toss-up, and it's definitely up for grabs. But the first 3 are a lot: Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, who would still be undefeated if it wasn't for the Rona.
They couldn't dodge it.
Right. Rob, your chance to fire back, Rob.
Well, when we're talking about Florida and Texas A&M, guys, you got to check this out, right? So we're going to go from the bottom to the top. This is Texas A&M. LSU, 20-7. Then you have Arkansas, 42-31. Mississippi State, 28-14. Florida, 41-3, which is a good win. However, the same Vanderbilt team that just got blown up by Missouri, they only beat Vanderbilt 17-12. They got blown up by Alabama 52-24. I'm telling you, Florida and A&M are overrated. Alabama will destroy them.
All right, Jay, your chance to fire back.
Now, for Rob's thing, BYU, the only team they actually beat that might be worth recognizing was Boise State. Besides that, let's see, Western Kentucky, Texas State, University of Texas, San Antonio. I mean, Richmond would beat them. So I'm not impressed with this record.
I wouldn't go there.
I went there.
James, your chance to fire back.
Man, I gotta agree with Jay. I feel like BYU doesn't have a strong enough strength of schedule. Looking at who else is undefeated, Cincinnati. I don't think nobody wants to see Cincinnati in the Final 4. Let's be honest about this. It's gonna come down to Ohio State and Florida, plain and simple.
All right. There you go on that one, Rob.
Guys,
real quick, where you go, Rob?
Just real quick. Let me ask you guys this: when is the last time somebody went to Boise, Idaho, and beat that team on the blue turf 51-17? You tell me. And anybody tell me when it was the last time? How long ago?
TCU?
2 years ago.
Okay, but besides then, over the years of being in that stadium, it's hard to beat that team.
It's hard to beat that team, yes, but I'm still not impressed.
Boys,
so one win gets you to the playoffs? One impressive win gets you there? I don't think so.
I mean, we can talk Liberty if you want to. I mean, they only lost one game. And
just real quick, just real quick. I'm saying real quick. Zach Wilson, one hell of a quarterback, underrated. He will show out.
All right. Well, we got a very interesting one. And I will say this for me. It's kind of tough for me because I like what I've seen from BYU. I definitely agree with Clemson, Notre Dame, and I also agree with Alabama. And I might be the oddball here, but I really think, once it's all said and done, Ohio State will be that fourth team in there. I just like the firepower that they have there. I think Ohio State will be that one. But Florida is not going to be an easy, and even let's be honest, Cincinnati's had a really good season. So I mean, we'll see how it goes here in the end. And with a crazy college football season, the way this thing goes, who knows how that will end. All right,
Hey,
now we hit.
Hold on, to be the number one team.
You what?
2020.
Right, 2020, right? Now we're going to head to our bonus topic, and we're sticking with college football. And I want to hear from everybody to find out what's going on with the Heisman. I want to know from each guy, who do you think is the Heisman front winner, or who will win the Heisman this year? We're going to start this one off with Jay. Who wins the Heisman this year?
And sorry, James, I'm stealing this one. I'm getting a feeling you were going to go this way, but I'm going Kyle Trask. He, against Vanderbilt, 383, 3 touchdowns. That is the fewest amount of touchdowns he's thrown in the game so far this year.
That's crazy.
Anybody else, they'd be like, "Oh, I threw 3 touchdowns." No, I mean it was bad for him. So let's see, where's he at? 2,500 passing yards, 31 touchdowns. Oh, and he's only got 3 picks. I like it.
James, we head to you. Who should win the Heisman this year?
Like Jay said, I got to go with Trask, man. Trask is putting on for a very impressive Florida team this year. I feel like, in a sense, they're kind of bringing the Gators back. I mean, for a while, Florida was down. Looked like they might have almost been out. But here comes Trask. Some people might say, hey, he's a 1 or 2 year wonder. I mean, we've seen Joe Burrow win it last year off a one-hit wonder year. I feel like Trask is the year he does it. I feel like the rest of the guys on the list, while their numbers are good, who doesn't put up numbers with Alabama, for one? And then two, who is Zach Wilson doing it against? The strength of competition isn't there. Trask is doing it in the SEC, one of the most difficult divisions in college football, putting up numbers like this on a team that nobody saw coming like this year. Trask is your Heisman winner.
Robb seems displeased. Robb, who should win the Heisman?
Okay, I'm going to give you a guy who has stepped his game up. Now, if you guys know college football, Jalen Waddle, in the first 5 games, it was the first year, it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, first 5 games till he got hurt at Tennessee. He had 25 catches for 557 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, you would think that guy goes down, you need somebody to step up. You know who stepped up? Devontae Smith. In the last 4 games, guys, 4 games, 34 catches, 591 yards, 8 touchdowns. Overall, he has 72 catches for 1,074 yards and 12 touchdowns. He has stepped up immensely for Alabama. They are blowing people out. No one can stop him. I'm tired of this being a quarterback award. It's ridiculous. Going back to Dominican Sue when he should have won the freaking Heisman in 2009. It's crazy. Stop making this a quarterback award and few times sprinkling a running back. Get Devontae Smith in there for that race. He is a great wide receiver and deserves his credit. Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama.
All right. Jay, your chance to fire back.
I mean, I'm sorry. I understand the wide receivers don't get it. 2005, Reggie Bush, 2009, Ingram, 15 was Derrick Henry. But that's too small of a sample size, Rob. It's got to be a whole year of him balling out and doing that. Ask Charles Woodson.
Oh, James, your chance to fire back.
I mean, I get where Rob's coming from. It would be nice, but let's face it, this is a quarterback award because you know what? This is a quarterback game now. If your quarterback's no good, your team's no good. Quarterbacks touch the ball every offensive play. We have quarterbacks slinging it, running it, doing it all. Quarterback award. A quarterback is winning it again this year. Let's go, Trask.
All right, Robb, your chance to fire back here.
Well, I'll just say this, guys. And here's how I look at things. If you're not going to give it to Smith, I understand Trask. I understand all these other guys. But you got to look at Zach Wilson. I'm telling you guys, if Zach Wilson gets the ability to get in one of these big Power 5 conference championship games or whatnot, or they get a chance to play somebody, I'm telling you, he's going to make a difference. He's going to show people he's got. He's probably one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL draft coming up.
All right. You heard it here. James says he's got some. What you got, James?
Wait. So is the Heisman given out pre-postseason or post-postseason? Because the only way that Wilson's going to get a Heisman Trophy this year, he's going to have to walk past Alabama, Notre Dame, or Clemson, one of those three teams. He's got to walk all of them. That's the only way he's going home with the Heisman Trophy award.
What defense?
This year.
Okay.
I like chocolate.
Rob had to play that one. It's like, I don't know. All right, fellas. It was a great round on that one. Rob, I can feel the intensity, my friend. I can feel the intensity. I for me, this has been a fun one to watch, but I'm also going to have to lean with Jay and James. Chris is just having a phenomenal year on this one. We'll see how things go. I like the work that Wilson has done, but like you said, the competition does mean something. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Ask Todd Detmer.
Todd Detmer. Oh, Todd Detmer.
Ask Todd Detmer. Anyway, let's go ahead.
The Todd Detmer, that's old school right there.
Who knows Todd Detmer? Who knows Todd Detmer nowadays?
Me, I do.
I know Todd Detmer.
I do.
Look, the only people that know Todd Detmer are probably the people right here on this panel.
Hey, go on,
Most of them
James.
didn't even know that Todd Detmer won the Heisman.
All I know is he used to be the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
And his brother was
and
the
he got a
backup
Heisman.
in Philly.
That right.
Fire, 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 burn on. Fire, 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 burn on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to put out the fire. Get something off your chest. We're going to start this one off with James. You've got 30 seconds, sir, to put out the fire.
The Atlanta Falcons, we just can't get it together. We win games that don't really count for anything. We lose games when we need to win it. I have no idea what the hell we're doing. Nobody seems to have any type of direction here. Whatever draft stock we did have, we just trashed that on Sunday when we decided to show up. Too bad it's too late at the end of the season when it doesn't count for anything. And maybe next year. Maybe next year will be the year we finally rise up in Atlanta. And Jay's loving it. Jay's loving it. He's like, we got a shot this year.
You know Jay's loving it. Rob, this is your chance, sir, to put out the fire.
Sarah Fuller. Great job kicking on Saturday. It didn't go that far, but let me tell you all something. All this woke culture crap, let me tell y'all something. It's been women who play football. Girls play football all the time. If you pay attention to WFA and how hard those girls work, they don't even get paid, I don't think. How about giving them some attention? Sarah Fuller didn't do anything. And the coach got fired. And he got beat 41-0. How about giving somebody like Dawn Staley some love? Dawn Staley, one hell of a coach. Should be coaching the daggone NBA. But no, y'all want to keep making a big deal about Sarah Fuller. Good job, Sarah Fuller. Don't you guys hurt me now. But the kick didn't go that far. They got destroyed. The team lost by 41.
Well, there you go. That's how you put out the fire right there. Jay, it's your opportunity to put out the fire.
I'm kind of scared right now. So, Michael Jordan, you got all this damn money hiring broken-ass people to play football or basketball for you. Apologize. $120 million to Gordon. I can't stay healthy. Hayward. Shit, I ain't got nothing to do. I can catch a basketball. Pay me. I ain't got shit to do, man. Come on. I'll even wipe your forehead while you're writing a check.
LaMelo.
Watch out. Hey, I'm going to tell you what, that's going to be an interesting storyline to see how LeVar and LaMelo and Michael all get together. We thought that it could happen, and now we're actually going to get to see this come out.
Singing Kumbaya together.
Well, yeah, they probably just finished that one-on-one game. Everything's good now. They finally know who won it. We'll never know, but they know. So, Charlotte's going to be rolling.
I want the videotape of that.
Hey, guys.
Yes, Rob.
The Steelers, the roof.
I can't do it, Rob. Rob is the best.
LaMelo and Jordan, the ceiling is the roof. Yes,
the ceiling is the roof. Once again, everybody, want to thank you all. But before we get off of here, we got to talk about something that happened this weekend. And I got to give my panel, a chance to just speak on it for 30 seconds here. Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. had a pay-per-view this weekend. It was about 6 or 7 fights. Decent boxing, for the most part. But probably the highlight of the evening is when Jake Paul, if I'm saying that correct, Jake Paul decided to put Nate Robinson to sleep. Oh, my God. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And the internet never fails. I'm going to start this one off with Rob. Before we get off, Rob, what was your thoughts on that Nate Robinson fight?
Motherfucker, let me tell you something. If you paid for that stupid ass fight, you a dumbass. Second of all, you want to beat me on this one. He knocked out Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson was out cold. I ain't talked about it in days because I felt bad for the brother, but he was like, "Deuce." Yo, I'm telling you, he had his Bill Cosby going on. Nate Robinson, are you okay? Homie, are you okay? You got paid $600. Why? I made more than that in 2 weeks. You got knocked out.
All right, Jay.
Wait, $600 to get fucked up? Wow. I mean, damn. Paul made more than that on just his YouTube account. Oh man.
Just $600, Jay. That's it.
No, I'm telling you, Nate Robinson, he still sleeps.
Yeah, he still sleep. He still sleep. It was bad. James, your thoughts on Nate Robinson, man?
Nate said he was going to go out. He was going to do it for the culture and the NBA. I don't know what that was, but that was not the culture. That was not. Nah. Nate needs to either get back in the gym or put the gloves down because after that display, that ain't it. I just want to go on record. That is not what the culture represents.
Real facts.
No.
As a Bulls fan, we rebuke you. We rebuke you. And that draft pick, by the way. And that stupid. And you know what? I know it ain't put out a fire no more. But the Bulls, that stupid ass draft pick.
Tell us how you
really feel,
Rob.
I don't know what Patrick Williams was gonna do. I have no idea. I don't think I've seen one Patrick Williams highlight anything. It was like, Patrick Williams, who?
So I feel bad for these Bull fans underneath me, Jay. I can feel that hurt. I can feel that hurt.
Do you remember Anthony Bennett?
Billy Donovan?
That's how I felt, guys.
All right, everybody. That is it for this episode of Legacy on Fire, episode 5. And I can't wait to for us to come back on next week, and we'll be announcing the panel here within the week. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. We got our Ladies' Night episode coming on December the 15th. That should be a very fun one.
And Darrell does own the rights to the porno music that is in the background.
Okay, first of all, that's cool in the gang. That is not porno music, but that's okay too. Look, all right, everybody. Everybody has a phenomenal week. And Nate Robinson, I will be praying for you, and I hope that you wake up soon. Until next time, I'm Darrell Owens, Jeremiah Quimby, James Brown, Robb Johnson. Get out the bed, Legacy on Fire.
Okay.